think, oh, it's 30 seconds, 1 minute. Oh, how hard can it be? Just go film. Go film.
That's like a lucky draw, like you win the lottery.
Right. If you don't like our channel, listen, go to somebody else's channel.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do from beginning again. Make sure. I don't think anyone can see it. You're fine.
I don't hear I'm fine. Is it gone?
It's gone.
Okay.
Make sure not to stick to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody, welcome back. So, you want to be a YouTuber and to be a travel vlogger or a life vlogger. Well, we're here to talk about the good and bad about that. So, for those who don't remember, I'm Roddy.
I'm Landy.
So, let's just kind of jump in. I know a lot of people out there, well, I'll say a lot of people, out there may consider wanting to create a YouTube channel. And again, one of the niches is obviously daily vlogging or travel vlogging, kind of what we do.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about the good and the bad, right?
Yeah.
And obviously we're only speaking of our experience.
Yeah. How long we've been doing that? If you want to shortly tell people.
Are we approaching a year?
Yeah. I think we're very close to a year. We started last year in June.
Right.
June the 1st. So we're very close to 1 year.
We're getting close to 1 year in. So we're going to kind of give our experience, what we think about that. So let's start, I guess, with what do you think? Pros, cons? What's good about?
I think the pro for me is to record our own life. It's a life experience. Before, sure, we took short video for us, for Louie, pictures, but there's not a really good series.
Right.
For travel vlog.
Or a good story behind it. It's just it tends to be like random pictures and random of places and things you do, which are great. Obviously that's how things were in the past, right? But it kind of makes me think back to when I was younger. We did have those old VH cameras. Once you kind of put on your shoulder when you're older. For I think a lot of people that they tend to kind of get lost, or if they fade away, or there's no real. So it's kind of random shots.
They don't even go back to watch it. A lot of shots are not even good.
Or to edit it, right? I think things are so much easier to edit where you can kind of create a story. So whether people don't watch it, it's always nice to kind of be able to go back and watch our own story, or for even as Louie gets older, or even get thinking down the line. When Louie has grandkids, hey, these are your grandparents, right? And it's easily accessible. And again, it kind of creates a story as compared to this kind of random shots. This picture is this little video was I was here, this video I was there.
I mean, this is the pro to record our own life. Sure, we took a lot of efforts on that, editing, filming. So but in the end, it's a good record.
Right, for ourselves, whether for the people who enjoy it, we appreciate it. But at the end of the day, something that we can always look back onto and again pass on down the line. I think that's the biggest pro. Yeah,
for us it is. Because our channel not really making money or big money or anything.
And again, and that could be another pro for some people is the monetization. And again, you have to be careful with this one with monetization. I think some people think it's easy. To create content all the time, but again, for those who may be considering, it's not just about the content, right? It's again about having you definitely do the heavy lifting on the editing, right? There's the editing and the creating the stories and putting the story together, right? And then coming up with ideas, or if you're a travel vlog, right, having to go to places all the time, right? That's one of the kind of downsides, or I guess you call it a con.
Other topics people are interested.
Right. and then again, how long it may take to get monetized.
Oh yeah, right? Averagely, what I did my research was 6 months up to 2 years.
Right, just to get monetized.
Yeah, get monetized, and about 74% of people quit.
Right when they get monetized, right?
Yeah, quit.
Before.
74 before monetized.
Before
they
monetized.
quit. They couldn't get monetized.
Right.
Which, if you don't know monetized, that means in YouTube they need 1,000 subscribers and watching time hit 4,000 hours.
Right, and then from that point, then you can start to get monetized.
And then you don't have any flag.
Right.
Red flag, yellow flag, whatever flag.
Right.
They can pass.
And then maybe you know this number better than I do. You said 74% quit before they even get monetized. I heard, I don't remember the exact numbers, that once you get monetized, a lot of people quit very soon afterwards.
Also, sure.
And that could be for a couple of reasons. One, because, as we mentioned, it's hard to create content. I think, two, for a lot of people, and you hear stories about this on YouTube all the time, right? I think some people have these grand ideas about getting monetized and going, and they can live off the revenues.
Oh, no.
No.
It takes time. It's just don't rely on that.
Yeah. For us, we're fortunate. Like I said, we don't necessarily do it for the money because we have our passive income that kind of supports us. So for us, if we get paid a little bit of extra money, cool, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they think that they're gonna just blow up and they're gonna be, I can live off my money. Let's go travel everywhere, and we'll get monetized so quickly because our content is so awesome. And
that's like a lucky draw, like you win the lottery.
Right.
Really luckily, your channel got crazily booming.
Yeah, I think that's very small, far in between. Maybe it's not luck. Maybe it's a little bit of luck and a little bit of preparation, right?
Sure.
Because the very few who do tend to blow up, I mean, it tends to be for a reason. One, they probably have great personalities. They just come across on camera.
Oh, they're the first ones, first generation started that time was
niche,
easier.
Right, in their niche, right?
Now and 5 years ago, it's very different.
Right.
Like 5 years ago, not many YouTubers, so they try to promote you, means reach more audience. Like now you put a video, they don't promote you that much as before, but they now try to promote the shorts a little bit more.
Right. Now they kind of switch it a little bit. But again, you tend to make more, if you make money, if you monetize, it tends to come the long form. But the short form, it's good to get your name out there. But even that's work. I mean, it's not, you think, oh, it's 30 seconds, 1 minute, how hard can it be? Just go film, go film stuff.
It's short also difficult.
It's difficult, right, to kind of take off, but it's something you have to kind of stay consistent at, right? If you can be consistent, then over time, which is the normal route, then of course you can become monetized. Maybe you can make enough money to make a living down the line, But it definitely takes effort, and it definitely takes. You have to be able to have something to kind of back you up. Whether you might be young and you can live at home with your parents, and if your parents support you, then again maybe you have the years to develop it and to earn enough money to kind of go live off on your own and actually be able to support yourself or have passive income. But I think in general, don't quit your job. If you have a job and you want to create a channel,
it can be a side thing, or that YouTube can help your business as a marketing platform. Yeah, otherwise most people just want to rely on make money from the ads watching time. No, you don't make so much.
Right. And there are different ways to make money, besides the ad watching time, and those ways are usually better. But again, you better have a good chunk of money saved up, because again, I think the reality is most people can't afford it, to live a long time off their YouTube channel. Yeah,
they always say that you make YouTube, you're the one-man team or a couple team, and you do everything. From the writing the scripts and the editing, filming, marketing, write down all the keywords, title, upload, chapter. It's a whole thing. Thumbnails. That's just a whole package.
And then if you're lucky enough, then you can work hard enough to where you can build enough revenue. Then maybe you can hire some stuff.
But you need to be certain level first. So now that you don't make $1 and you have to spend $10.
Right. Just like any business, right? I think one of the things we always heard about was like people who kind of own their own restaurants. Right, or you hear that it's about a family restaurant, but the family becomes kind of stuck there because if they're not there,
they don't leverage.
They can't make money, and they don't leverage enough money for freedom, right?
But it's always the key is what time when you go to leverage, and how big you leverage.
Right, how far do you have to go to be able to leverage?
To fire yourself.
Right, to start firing yourself from positions. It's the same thing with YouTube, right? How far do you have to go before you can? Now I can give my editing to somebody else, right? To do. Because I'm making enough money.
Are you that level yet?
Right.
For us, not yet.
Not yet.
So I do all the editing.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I think that's some of the cons or some of the kind of the downsides. I think another downside I think can just be allowing so many people into your daily lives, right? And the scrutiny or that kind of brings, because we all know there's tons of trolls out there.
Yeah.
People who just love to make negative comments about any little thing you do or say.
They don't know you. They think from one video they know you.
Right. And
I don't want to explain who I am. That's the thing.
Right. We as any content creator, they're putting themselves out there. Right. The good and the bad. And people, like you said, they take one little small segment you said, and they want to peg you as this type of person, or you're, or whatever. But again, we're, as people, obviously nobody's perfect.
Yeah, like just for a very small example, when I made the video while I left Mexico, that video, right? Like one part I say, yeah, for the language, because where I live, not everyone speak fluent English for better communication. Of course, I'm learning. I'm not saying I'm not learning. That people try to pitch on you. Of course, you're in Mexico. You don't expect everyone speaking English. No, I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I
you said you were learning.
Right, I'm learning. Of course, it's still hard. I can use my limited Spanish. It's very hard to communicate, like a deep communicate, not just order a meal and order enchilada.
Right.
You know, that's just my true feeling. But people like to bitch about you.
Yeah.
You should learn. You should learn more Spanish.
Right.
You should not expect everyone here. I didn't expect.
Nobody expect that.
I'm just tired of not try to explain what I'm really saying.
But it's funny because it's exactly what you said. You said that, but you also said you were learning.
But they don't hear that.
They don't hear that part.
Right.
They just want to take that negative part. And so that can happen for anything. There's so many examples where this can, where we've seen online where people just take one little something and then make it a big thing. But at the end of the day, I think those people tend to be either they just be trolling, they have nothing better to do with their lives, they're bored, they want to get a reaction out of you, they're ignorant, whatever you want to call it, right? I mean, because like I said, nobody is perfect, and we're all going to have ideas that we agree with or don't agree with, right? But people just love to make a mountain out of a molehill, right? Make a big issue out of nothing.
Yeah, it's like you live in Mexico, you should say everything good about it. If you bitch about something, no, you should respect everything. You should totally adapt it. Yeah, but I dislike a lot of things. Right. I also have myself personality parts. I have a lot of things I don't like myself.
Right. Or living in US or living in China. Again, I mean,
that doesn't mean like someone bitch about you're just not a happy person. Like, hey, I just have something I dislike.
Right.
Are you a happy person? Are you 100% happy?
Right. Is the
Everything's perfect.
Right. Is the US 100% perfect? No, there's obviously issues. Yeah. If I go back home and we're doing a vlog about the US and be like, oh, I like the US, I love it, but there's this happening. Oh, you know, if you don't like the US, you should leave the US. Wait a minute, like you're allowed to not like things.
Like I also don't like a lot of things from my hometown. Lots of cultural things, a lot of the political things I don't like it there. But that's how it is.
Right. I mean, for anybody to claim or say that they love something 100% in all aspects, they're lying to themselves, and they're lying to make themselves look better or make themselves feel better. Right? Yeah. Because that's the reality. Nothing is perfect in this world. Nothing.
Not everything's awesome.
This is not the Lego movie.
Yeah. So I think as a YouTuber, lots of people watching our channel, they like just true. Be true to ourselves. Be true to the audience. It's nothing to be faking things. Yeah,
just be honest to yourself. And like I said, some people like it, some people don't, and that's fine. Like I said, people are entitled to their opinions.
We don't need to feed everyone's appetite.
Yeah. If you don't like our channel, listen, go to somebody else's channel.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're not gonna lose sleep over it.
Yeah, I'm losing 5 followers. My life stopped here.
So definitely something people need to consider, right? And you have to kind of have a little bit of a thick skin, right? Because people are gonna nag on you and they're gonna nitpick you.
Oh, sure.
So be prepared for that. Understand it's part of the job. When you put yourself out there, you're making yourself vulnerable to those types of comments.
It's a hard package.
Whatever.
And another thing as a YouTuber, I think is it should be. At the beginning when we talk to the camera, we're kind of shy, especially in the public. But now you just try to ignore the things around you.
Right.
If you film in the public, you talk to the camera, do a selfie talking, just ignore whatever people looking at you.
Right. It's something, again, it kind of goes with the idea of having a thick skin or tough skin, because again, I think that's just part of human nature. I think people always feel a little bit self-conscious about themselves. But again, I think that's true just in business, right? When you start any business, you're not going to be very good at the beginning, right? You're going to have to learn and improve every day. You're going to have to, read things and watch things and learn things, and you're going to become better slowly over time, right? No one's going to go out there and make their first video and be like, my first video, boom, 10,000 views, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they may luckily had 1 or 2 video popping out because that's a topic right now, but not every video.
Right, and again, that's very rare for them to pop out, especially on your first couple of videos.
Yeah, they say normally after 100 videos, then you try to figure out
right.
all the editing.
After 100 videos, then you should really try to improve, right? Because at the beginning, it's not going to be good, right? I think even if you look back, we're not that far in either ourselves. But if you go look back at our first ones as compared to now, I think I personally feel we've improved. With different aspects. Again, is it perfect? No, but I think we're better.
Yeah.
So understand that it's going to be a slow process. It's going to be a step-by-step process to kind of build up yourself and build up your channel and even just a self-confidence in yourself to speak and not worry about what others think. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So definitely.
And then also just you have to if our channel doesn't grow that quick or the video doesn't get a lot of views, even we did a lot of efforts on some videos, like most videos, just let it be. Work on the next video.
Yeah, just
don't take it too serious. Like, oh, nobody liked me. Oh no, our video sucks. Whatever. Just move on.
Just keep making the next one. It's a grind.
Yeah.
Right? Like anytime you start going back to the idea of starting any business, at the beginning it's going to be a grind.
But doesn't mean you didn't do a good job.
Right. Exactly. I think that's a good point. Doesn't mean you didn't do a good job. Yeah. It's just, it takes time.
It's just how it is nowadays.
Right. Unless you find a very, very special niche and you're one of the first ones to find that little niche, like us. I mean, we're in a niche that's a little bit becoming more and more popular or becoming more and more inundated with YouTubers every day. I mean, think about how many Mexico travel YouTube channels there are. I mean, without naming names, I can probably think of 15, 20, and there's probably more that we haven't heard of. Mm-hmm. Right? So again, your content has to kind of be able to separate itself. And sometimes you get drowned out, by other channels that have been around longer or happen to be better, for whatever perspective you want to see it as. But again, just keep going.
Yeah, we have our own uniqueness.
Right.
Yeah, we should think in this way.
Right.
We are a family living here. How many family living in Mexico make real life videos?
I can probably think of 5.
Yeah,
and again,
different states.
Right, and there's probably some that we haven't even heard of, right?
And some just travel here for a couple of months and they're gone.
Right. Yes. But again, they've done it for years and they already have their following from traveling all over the world.
Yeah. But travel is another thing.
Right. Travel and living.
Real life is another totally different thing.
Right. Being a tourist and traveling somewhere is not the same as living somewhere. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. You come in like this city is awesome. I saw this.
5 days here.
Boom, and I left.
Yeah. Sure. Lots of awesome things, but the day-to-day life living here.
Right. Yeah. You don't go see all the tourist attractions every day. You don't go eat all the awesome food every day. You go eat the best restaurants every day. Right. It's kind of just the mundane daily life, right? Which is true of anybody who lives anywhere in the world, right? What's the mundane daily grind in and out every day, right? That's the reality of living somewhere.
Yeah. And another thing I think is the plateau. Is that the English word?
The plateau, where you kind of level off.
Yeah. Like I think it hits a lot of channels. They may develop a little bit and getting pretty better, and then just getting pretty just there.
Right, and just kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
Right, and they don't grow. They don't nothing. And again, that's when as a channel you really have to be introspective. You have to kind of look into your channel and see what's happening. Yeah. And there's so many tools out there, right? Like we use the TubeBuddy, right?
TubeBuddy.
And you really got to go into the analytics, right? Why? What's happening? Where is it? Where are we doing good? Where are we not doing good? Right? What can we do to improve? And little things that people may not think about who are starting a channel, like you always talk about. Or we hear so much about thumbnails and titles; those are so important. Again, are ours perfect? Probably not. I think we still need to work on that a little bit. But again, these are things that people may not consider.
Right. Are you just quit there, or you continue to do that?
Right. Go back. You can always go back and try to change title to other videos. Right. I think these are things we've heard from other YouTubers that we've done research on. Right. How to tweak things.
But I think just keep working on the next ones. And I know a lot of times some people just quit because they feel they're out of topic, they live in the same city, and they try hard to make a video but didn't get the expected viewers numbers. Yeah. But you just give up or you continue to do that? Right. Just I feel don't make YouTube as a job. You still need a passion. At the beginning, I'm so passionate. We filmed it, now I gotta view it, edit it. And in the end,
20 views.
And in the end, 20 views, or you lost 3 viewers, 3 subscribers. Like, what the heck going on? Then you're gonna sit there again. Like, I'm gonna edit another one. The Friday is coming, the Sunday is coming. Yeah. It's become a job, but it is. You have to.
It is.
But that's why I always like to pre-prepare.
Right.
Like not just this week. Okay. 3 days I haven't filmed a video yet. I always prepare 2-3 weeks.
Right. which is smart. Always kind of prepare for the future and have a little backlog of stuff going on. So let me ask you this, right? If you could go back, would you change anything as far as how we started, how we prepared before we kind of put our first video out there? I know it's a tough question.
Not really. I think that's how it is. That's how it is. That's how you grow.
Yeah.
Everyone starts from zero.
Right.
We're not professional filmer, editor. We just learn. We're learning by doing.
Learning by doing, right?
Yeah. Nothing is perfect at the beginning.
Right.
Unless you are a professional editor or director, filmer,
Have some kind of film background.
Yeah, we don't. We just
we
film
had none of
with
that.
the phone.
Right.
We don't have very professional.
Teacher, trainer, real estate had nothing to do
Yeah.
with videos and editing and all that.
Yeah, we just try to figure out lots of learning. Lots of YouTube watching, what other people do, try to figure out the editor. Like you edited something, just like disappeared. Didn't work at the beginning.
Right.
Right.
When we first started.
Right.
Yeah. I think some of the things maybe, I think we heard about, which was good ideas, but again, we'd already started, was like how we just talked about having a backlog. Don't start your channel maybe with only one video and put it out, and it kind of be working one video. I think.
They say at the beginning you need to have 5 videos uploaded, like before you announcing you become a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You don't want to announce it. I do YouTube. Then people go to your channel, one video,
6 minutes,
and not a very good video, and they left.
Yeah, and they don't come back, right? I think that's one of the pieces of information we heard afterwards.
Right.
That I think I would have changed. Right.
All right, that's something, right?
Yeah,
Now I remember that.
Which is a good advice, I think. We didn't think about it. Again, people think, make a video, put it out there, you're done.
Oh, we announced it.
Yeah.
Become YouTuber.
Make 5, 6, 7, 10 videos, right?
Yeah.
And so people can kind of chain watch, right? Hopefully your videos, right? Especially at the beginning, they don't know you, and so they can get to know you a little bit more if they can watch you more. If they can only watch you for 8 minutes, then you're done till next week.
And another thing I think is the niche. How strict you want to follow the niche, or you can talk about different things.
Right.
Sure. We moved back to US. We focus on the real estate a little bit more.
Right.
But of course, real estate investing is a small pond.
Much smaller.
No matter where people live, they want to watch more Mexico travel vlog things more than about how to buy a rental.
Right. If you go ask the average American, average citizen of the world, would you rather learn about real estate or would you rather learn about traveling and living abroad?
Something more casual, more fun.
Right.
Sure, of course, we lost some people. Our view just dropped a lot.
Right.
But that's also our passion.
Right. It's something we're good about, and we know. But again, it's a much smaller pond, and I think there is room for it because again, there are some real estate channels out there that do very well.
Yeah.
But I think they're also on a bigger scale, right?
Yeah,
or on a different scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
We tend to consider ourselves a much smaller scale operation when it comes to real estate.
Yeah, and then you also discussed with me, should we have another channel only talk about the real estate? And I said no. Let's just keep on the same channel.
The same channel.
Yeah, because you as a YouTuber, I edit a lot of things, did a lot of efforts on our channel. It's like it's like a 9 months pregnancy, let me put it this way. Like it's already out, monetized everything. Like, let's do from beginning again. You know how it is. You post a video, 20 people view it, and at night you try to check, and I have 2 more people and 1 left.
I got 1 subscriber and 2 left.
I really bother your day.
There's always things to consider when creating a channel.
Niche or not niche. Right. Sure, you need to have your niche.
Right. Put a few videos together first.
The niche need to be your passion and also can be income producing somehow down the way.
Focus on your thumbnails and titles. I think is important. Again, I think sometimes people just kind of throw a thumbnail together, but they don't realize that that's important. Because again, they think my video is awesome. People are going to watch it, but again, just like anything, people are very visual animals, creatures, and so what's the first thing they see is your thumbnail, your title.
Your
so
face.
that has to, your face, or if you don't, whatever you use, it has to draw them in. If it doesn't, then they're not going to click and they're not going to see your awesome
video.
video.
Like a book coverage.
Right. You don't know what the book is until you read it, right? See, what draws you in is the cover, maybe they give you a little description, just like your title, and that's all they have to go on to say yes or no. Right? And again, these are things that we're still trying to work on. We work on all the time because we're still new. I think when you look at YouTube has been around. It's been around longer and longer now. And we're still very relatively new. Yeah. And we're still trying to perfect things. And again, we've changed and we've kind of gone back, and we're still trying to find our footing and our proper niche. And we're getting there. But again, we still got a ways to go.
Yeah, I think also another thing, like it changed a little bit. Like we do this, now we do the podcasts. It's always good to have some new blood in the channel.
I think don't get so stuck to an idea or niche.
Yeah.
Right? I think be a little bit flexible. Right?
Yeah, but sometimes you stick one niche and then you change, then people are not interested.
You may leave, but you may leave and you may gain some more.
You gain some more,
so,
right?
But again, at the end of the day, feel comfortable with what you're talking about.
They always say once you have less than 5,000 subscribers, don't worry about your niche.
Don't worry about it. Right?
And you can always change your topic.
Right, keep going until you find something like you said you're comfortable with, that you really like, you really enjoy, and then don't worry about whether it's making money or not. Just keep doing it. Do it because you enjoy it.
And we saw so many people just quit. We saw a lot of YouTubers, they couldn't live on the income, or they left Mexico, went back to the US, somehow just burned. Some people even didn't talk about it, just all of a sudden disappeared.
Yeah, one day gone.
Yeah.
So these are things I think people should consider. Right? Again, let us know what you think out there. Okay, we always love to know what you think about. Have you thought about creating a channel? What are some topics or niches you thought about? What do you think about our list? Do you think we're right? Wrong? Let us know. We'll see you next Sunday.
See ya.